Good morning, everyone. I'm Michelle with Crafty Servings. I have a Facebook page for Crafty Servings. I post a lot of do-it-yourself decor. Today we're going to be doing ornaments. Last day is Christmas in July, so I figured I'd look for a cute ornament idea, and I did see one. I, of course, have to change it up a little bit, and we're gonna see. Hey, Becky, good morning. Hey, do you got your dad on with you? He can do this with us. I stopped to see Becky the other day. She bought something for me, and her dad said he watches some of the videos. He didn't have very kind words about them, but I told him he could try them. So, okay, I think I'm gonna get going. This is a quick and easy ornament that I'm gonna make, and again, Christmas in July. I love July. Sort of feel like I'm pushing it for Christmas, but this is the last time I can do this. So I saw this idea on Pinterest, but I saw it done with pine cone, and I don't have pine cones, so I thought I'd do something else. Becky, he should be scared of me. So, all right. So I decided I'm gonna do it today with a wine cork. So, and it's going to be a little gnome ornament. It went together quick and easy. I thought I'd try it first because I haven't done it before. Like I said, I've seen it on a pine cone, and I thought I would try it. So it really goes together quickly. I've got the wine cork. I've got a little bead nose. You could use little pom-poms. You can use different colors depending upon what you're trying to do. So today I'm going to use, I have this big thing of teal. It's like a plush fabric, and I thought that would be really cute for the hat. It was on clearance at Hobby Lobby. If you check out things, you'll see you can find a lot of things pretty cheap. And then I've got the off-white fur. So we'll try and do it. So if you come on, say hi and let me know where you're from, or if you're watching it live, or if you're watching it on video. So first thing I'm gonna do is just measure out a triangle for the cork. Now you wanna make sure that the fur is going down, because that's the way you're gonna have measurement. So the larger part will be the top of the cork. So I'm just gonna free cut a triangle, and again I'm gonna put just a little clip so I know about how big it was. I don't need it to go all the way around, but then a little hint on cutting these triangles. Actually, I'm gonna do it, I think, on top. We'll make a little batter. So I'll put the clip on there. A little tip on cutting with fur is you want to get underneath this back part, but you don't want to cut right on the fur itself. Good morning, Amber. Sunshine. You're sunshine down in Texas. So, okay. So I'm just going to try and get underneath. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm going to try and get underneath this backing of the fur because I don't want to cut the fur itself. And I'm just free cutting a triangle. I measured up on the cork so I know about how big I want it. And I just want to, again, stay right underneath the backing of the fabric. Otherwise, if you're cutting the fur, you're cutting off the lengths of the fur itself. And here's the cute little beard, and you can see how that's going to go on. We got a lot of people coming on today. Come on and say hi. All right, next we're going to cut out the hat. So again, this is just a plush fabric. It was on clearance. I'm going to cut up. And now this I want larger than the cork because it's got to wrap all the way around where the beard doesn't. So I'm going to wrap it all the way around, and I want to give it a little extra length. I cut some before, and I actually want to give it a little more length yet. And then I want it to come up taller than the ornament because I want to make it into a hat. So I'm just going to cut a rectangle with it. I think I'm going to cut across, and you can always trim off the top if you think it's too long when you're done. This is the first time I'm doing this, so hopefully it'll work. I did, like I said, I did one this morning just to try it, and it went together really good, but we'll see how it's going today. All right, so those are the two main pieces. I also have my glue gun all plugged in, my cordless glue gun. Love it, love it. And we'll go ahead and start. So again, I take a wine cork, and we're going to be wrapping around about halfway up the wine cork. So I'm going to take a little bit of a glue, it looks like already, on my fur. All right, I'm just going to take the glue gun and run a bead across the top. And put it about a halfway up. And you can already see my little gnome is coming to shape. You can do this in different colors. It'd be cute to do a Santa gnome. And next, we've got a little bead. You can do little beads. You don't necessarily have to buy them. You could do little pom-poms. I have little pom-poms here. I was thinking of doing this one, but I think I'm going to stick with a bead. And you're going to want to put that sort of down on the fur, because gnomes, you don't see the eyes, and the hat's going to come down over them. So if I can do this without burning my fingers, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on this bead. And put it right on the fur. Now we're going to let that sit a little bit. So I see there's somebody on here. If they're still on, there's somebody watching from Texas. There's somebody watching from Alabama. People that I know. There's a few locals. Make sure to say hi, try and talk with me, and I'll try and talk with you. All right, so do you see how he's coming together? All right, we'll let him sit. And now I'm going to do, I need to trim this a little straighter. Make sure I'm going to put this around the right way. All right, I'm going to do it the long way, and I will end up cutting some off probably. So now I'm going to put a little brim on here, just to make a nice even bottom of his hat. So I'm going to run another bead of hot glue. And fold it over. And that's the bead of his hat. So again, this comes together so quickly. All right, so I've got that ready. Next is we need to put a hanger on it. And there's probably a lot of different ways you can do it. I like a rustic look, and gnomes to me are a little rustic. So I'm just going to use some of this jute, and I'm going to use about a foot of it. And the reason why I'm using it so much of it is because I need to have it come up above the hat. So I'm just folding it in half and putting a little knot on the bottom. And that way I'm going to be able to... Sherry, I have never made it to your Christmas show yet, and I always hear so many good things about it. Sherry is on, if anybody's watching. She decorates her house. Like, how many rooms do you decorate? Every room is different. These you certainly can do. So I just tied a knot in the bottom, and I'm going to take a stick pin. I want to make sure it's sort of straight because I don't want it to bend. These are sort of long stick pins. You'll probably get away with a little shorter one. But so I'm just going to stick the pin through the string, and I'm going to stick that into the top. That's what's going to hold it. If I can push it nice and straight, it'll go down most of the way in the cork. Okay. Sherry, that's crazy. 14 rooms. You must start pretty soon. All right, so now I'm just gonna take some glue and put it around the string also, so that it's not gonna pull out. And I'm gonna put a little dab actually around that pin. You're not gonna see it. So you just wanna get it around there. You're not gonna see any of this. I'm just gonna actually turn the knot, that string to the back. I could always cut it off, but, so we're gonna let, that's going to dry as we're doing the next step. Just pushing the string down a little bit so that it's sticking onto the cork. Okay, so Sherry, I'm gonna do a gnome room. These would be really cute on there. And there's all, I do other gnomes too. You can look out on my Etsy. There's a lot of gnomes out there too for ideas for you to do a gnome room. All right, so you can see it's almost done. We're gonna take the hat now, and the bead is pretty dry. This will be dry enough. And I want to form, if you can see, gnomes. You don't see the eyes, so when I put this on, I'm gonna have it around like that. So I'm gonna start with a little bead of glue on this top, and I'm gonna put it to the top of the hair. And you see the glue on there. And I'm just gonna lay sort of centered because I want the back of it to be the seam. I'm gonna have that come down over the nose. You can see how cute it's getting to be. So just let him dry a little bit. So Sherry, are you doing a fairy gnome room, or have you done one already? Be cool to see pictures, and I know it's not like you live very far away from me that I should come in and look at them. All right, so I've got that over the nose, and I'm just gonna finish putting it around. And you want it a little over the fur, because you don't want to see where the beard comes out. So I'm going to do that side, and we're going to do the other side. I probably do things a little bit backwards, but whatever way it seems to work. All right, we'll lay that down. And now you know what? I didn't even put the seam side down like I was going to. See my trim? It's all right. He's still working out. See, things always go wrong sometimes, but they still work. So you still can't even, because of the material I'm using, you still can't even see it. It actually would be really cute too. You could put a little bit of fur trim over it if you have a little bit of fur or maybe pipe cleaner. Now I'm just closing this up in the back by putting a bead of glue. He's all closed up. And I'm going to put a little more going up. I don't want to go too high because I'm going to be cutting then to make the rest of this hat. Sherry, that sounds really cute. So do you make a lot of your own ornaments, or are you buying them from places that you see? Okay, so you can see I've got it closed up there. This hat is going to be a little high, so I'm going to cut a little off of the top. So I'm just taking a trim off. Be careful not to cut your tie. And I'm going to just cut a little bit more. I don't want it too high, but I want enough to make a top of the hat. And I think the top of the hat turned out really cute. Okay. I'm still getting a little stuck on the glue back there. All right. So next, all I'm going to do, I don't want to cut all the way down to the cork, so I'm going to hold my fingers above it. And I'm just going to take little slices. And you can see, I'm hoping you can see if I'm Trying to stay out of your way. So I'm just taking little slices, and you know, like stocking hats, they have some of these that tie, and you got those fringes on the top. That's what this is making. You just clip all the way around. Be careful so you don't clip your tie. And if you guys are liking what you're sharing or what I'm doing, go ahead, and I'm not supposed to say that word, but go ahead and pass it on. The more people that see it, the better. I like when people come on and chat. Okay, so I got a little bit that I didn't cut here. Just finished making that fringe. Okay, so it does make it a little messy. And see how that's going to put it together. So I'm just going to take, I think I'm going to take, I have a silver ribbon, and I'm going to take it and tie it, and then I'll cover where the knot is. So it doesn't matter that you got a knot in the front. That's actually where I want it, because I'm going to leave a little bit of that hang down. So you just tie your knot with the ribbon. I'm not gonna, you could do raffia, you can do any color ribbon. Like I said, this gnome hat, you could do this in any color. You could do any color fur. See how I have the ribbon hanging down? Now I'm gonna cut them off a little bit. They're not hanging too nice right now, but I'm gonna add a little trim to it. So I'll put this little packet of snowflakes. I think I'm gonna add a silver snowflake to it. All right, and all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hold the ribbon down when I'm doing it. And I'm just gonna put a dab of glue on the back of the snowflake. Holding the ribbon down, I'm gonna lay it right on top, and then that way it's gonna hold the ribbon in place too, and I can trim it a little shorter if I want. But see how it put together? That was really quick and easy. And there's your ornament. That's all done. So you can just play with this a little bit, put in more in the center, the top. Okay. I was gonna do another project before I saw this, so I'll just show you. I played with that last night, and it was something that we probably all did as kids. I made a little paper tree that you could sit on a shelf and you can make a little bigger. So Christmas in July is over. This might be towards the end of the year now when I can show you how to do it. Like I said, it's just folding paper and a lot of glue. And it'd be really cute on a shelf. You could put a hanger on it, but that's something, again, I would do at another time. Because I saw this and I love gnomes. If you see my Etsy page, I got a bunch of gnomes out there. I'm also on Pinterest and Instagram, so come out and find me. And so this is the last for the Christmas in July. We'll probably go into the fall. I'm going to be posting some fall items out in my Etsy shop again today that I've done. I posted some of them already that you saw them here. And there's a couple more that I'm going to be putting out there too. So everybody, you guys have a good day, and we'll maybe see you next week. And goodbye.